Alright, I'm Razor. Wolf is doing the camera.
Hey everybody.
We're gonna show you some basic fire making stuff. As you can see, it's snowing. We kind of need a fire. It's starting to snow. We're not the best, but this is what we use when we come out in the woods. First of all, you want about 4 to 5 hatfuls baseball caps. We don't always measure, but that's the basic amount of tinder, which is the basic stuff you light with a match. Pine straw, leaves. Don't use green stuff or it'll make more smoke than fire. As you can see over there at the base of trees where you can find it dry, that's what you want to use. So you don't want to just lay all of it on there. We're going to take some, kind of ball it up, wind it up like that. Doesn't have to be perfect.
You want to increase the surface area, make it burn better.
Also, as you can see right here at the base of our rock, this big rock right here is our windbreaker. We've made a mound, and Josh, you can explain why we use the mound.
Guys, we use the mound because it is a very easy technique to do, and you can pretty much light a mound fire anywhere that you have any sort of mineral deposit.
And we're going to keep this tinder and stuff right away from the base of our fire so it won't catch. Also, we have this bigger log. It does look like it's been burned before. We just found it. We're going to make something called a lean-to, which we'll show you shortly. So we're going to base that right there. Then really small sticks. This is actually a little big. I'll get a smaller one. This is called kindling. This is what you lay over the tinder, and that's what's going to catch first. Like, this is, I know that's not a very big one, but that's pretty much your kindling. We have a lot of it right here. We're going to break it up and lay it over. We'll put more on right after it catches, but you really just want a few pieces right when it starts. So we're gonna break some of it up. This is pretty much just your basic sticks you find on the ground. For kindling, the best kindling is dry, not too thick, because the thicker and denser things are, the longer it takes to catch. So,
guys, when you break it, it should make a snapping sound.
Yeah, if it bends, what you call green wood, you want dead wood for kindling, and pretty much all fire stuff. Another good point, thank you. Don't cut down trees unless you're in a real survival situation. If you're just camping at a campground, doing what we're doing, you don't need to. It's harmful to the environment. So we're going to get a few more sticks over here just to get ready to catch. And you can also get, like, dry vines. Like, this isn't really a vine, but weeds like that to lay on it. And then we're going to start, and we're pretty much just going to lay this stuff on. This is a small piece of fuel. You think fuel like your big logs. Once you get kindling going, once you get the fire going, this is what you're going to use. Stuff like this, pretty much this and bigger. This is really small fuel. We're not going to make a big fire. We're going to put it right out because we're going to go home soon, and we don't need a fire right now. If we were surviving or even just camping, yeah, we would keep it going. So,
for everyone to notice, he's in shorts and
yeah, we just
Vibram 5-finger toe shoes,
which are very good shoes. Not the warmest, but I go barefoot a lot, so it's different. For just camping, you hear flint and steel for surviving. Yeah, that's cool. But for camping, you can use lighters or matches, because remember, this is just basic fire starting. And you can use one match, but I like to take maybe 3 or 4 and just lay around, because once they catch, it'll make quick sparks, which will catch other stuff around it. So just stick a few in there before you light the whole thing. And now I'm going to take a little more tinder, this pine straw, and you can also use leaves. Pine straw is, I prefer it though.
Luke. No, take the top off.
No, so we're just going to layer that on there and keep it going. I'll put the kindling on pretty much right after it starts.
For everyone to see, this is a nice fire starting material. It's called Wet Fire. Wet Fire fire starter. Use something like that to get your fire started fast.
If you have it, it's not necessary. I'd keep that for your survival stuff. It does work, but if stuff is dry, then use what you have. So I'm going to light this match, and I'm going to set it under there and get stuff going. Also, if you notice me blowing on it, when it gets started, give oxygen to the fire. You don't want to blow it out, but blow under it. It'll help it light quicker. You'll see what I mean. The reason to doing that, it helps it catch quicker, and also, when you blow, you don't want to spit. You want to have a nice clean blow, and you'll see when I start. And Josh, I'm going to hand you this lighter after I get this match lighted. I'm going to set it down and you can pick it up. Alright. And when you light the match, you want to keep it out of the fire. You can see it's starting to go now. You want to keep the wind off of it, and then slowly get some of this other stuff caught. Keep it out of the wind, as I've said. Then, like, kind of loosen it up. You want surface area, so it'll catch.
Guys, it needs oxygen. Big deal. If you frickin' smother it, nothing will burn.
Spread it around. This stuff is slightly wet, but it'll still catch. Try to keep it out of the wind when it first gets lit. Alright, there it's go. It's starting to catch. You don't want to, like you said, you don't want to smother it. Keep stuff getting lit, though. Even lift it up like that, that'll catch it.
Oh, yeah, baby. We burning with some gas.
And you can turn it over and lift it up some more. Just get that stuff caught. Get ready to start laying kindling on. There we go.
Let me get out of the smoke over here.
You don't want to smother it, but get stuff on. Alright, Josh, you got a good view of that?
Yep.
This is what I mean by blowing. See? Did you see that? And that'll get it. And you don't want to go it out, but it will get it hotter quicker.
Guys, be careful when you're doing that, though, because if you blow too hard, what you're doing is you're burning that fuel very rapidly.
Alright, and I'm just going to slowly lay more stuff on here as we get it going. Sorry about the smoke there. Sorry about the smoke there.
Yeah, we had to use a lot of tinder. Everything is really wet. Just came out of a giant snowstorm, heading back into one. Not a great time to be lighting a fire.
But if you can do it when it's wet, you can do it when it's dry. So that's, you know. And it's good to layer, like start out with tinder, then kindling, and like layered on, because tinder will catch quick, and that'll help the kindling light. And slowly put thicker things of kindling on as you get it going. As I see a lean-to, you have your base log, and then you're leaning stuff on it. That's the name. And I'm gonna blow it a little more.
For everyone to notice.
And again, you don't want to smother it, so you can spread it out. Be careful when you are putting your hands in there, but sometimes you got to get in with it.
Razor over here is my main man when it comes to fire. This is why he gets to do this video. Whenever we go camping, whenever we're backpacking, I kind of just go away when it's fire time. I just leave it to him. I usually go look for some fuel. If you want some knife reviews, come check me out. But when it comes to fire, you can't find a better person.
And again, just once it's caught and you know it's not going to go out if you put stuff on there, you can start layering stuff on there. Blow it occasionally. Once it's caught, it's really not necessary, but it can help.
There we go, baby. Gotta get those wet sticks nice and dry so they'll burn better.
Yeah.
Guys.
Keep piling stuff on like that. As you see, it's caught, so we would keep piling stuff on, getting to bigger stuff like that. We're not really making a big fire right now. When you're looking for tinder, look for light stuff like that. You saw that snap. Really thin bark is good. You can put thicker stuff on there just because some thick bark is good. Pines, you don't want to go cutting down trees, but pine stuff over here, Josh. Like knock down pine limbs and stuff can be good. Sap will catch quick, and then the wood will burn long just because it's hard and dense. For fuel, you do want denser wood like this. This is fairly heavy. And bark, like that bark was starting to smother it, so I'm going to take it off for a second. But once it gets big, you can put stuff on like that. And, like, right now it's caught. We're not making a big bonfire, but pretty much you just keep laying stuff on, get it as big as you want. For small camping, like if you were just camping in the mountains surviving, you don't want to make a huge fire because if you want to stay warm, you can, but if you're just sitting right here behind a rock away from the wind, this is plenty, and it doesn't take as much fuel. Because once you get it big and it starts burning fuel, it's hard to get it down. It's hard to downsize it, so if you keep it small, it is good. For just bonfire camping, yeah, keep putting stuff on it. Again, this is our first video. We're just starting to do this, but we have been camping and doing this stuff for a long time, so we kind of know what we're doing.
We have this process streamlined.
We're not the best, but, you know, it gets it done.
I have to admit, neither me or Razor over here knows how to make a fire with a bow and drill. We haven't tried. Where we've gotten to, usually he's carrying a lighter, we're freezing cold, and we're like, screw this, we're going to make one.
Alright, so, and then eventually, you don't want to, your first fuel, you don't want to be wet, but you can start putting like 1 or 2 on there, and kind of, if you spread it out a little bit, it'll give you more air.
I need to pile some more kindling on there.
I'm going to put...
Or some more tinder.
Make sure to keep it away from the fire. When you're having a big bonfire, keep it further away, but a small fire like this, 1 to 2 feet, especially your tinder, your pine straw, you just want to keep it away. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab 1 or 2 of these small sticks just to keep it going. And now, this is pretty much how to make a fire. We're just kind of playing right now, just keeping it going, staying warm again. There were some snow flurries. I don't know if they're towing or not. We're just
I'm freezing my butt off right now with this camera. I seriously cannot feel my hands anymore. Yeah.
Alright, so we're just going to let this catch. And we'll show you how to put out a fire in a minute. Blow this away.
Yep. Get that.
Alright, just get it going. I mean, you see that? You can make it bigger. If you do want to make it bigger, when we're leaning it up against a rock, we're only going to get it so big. If you have a bonfire, you can move it and get it into a circle and make it bigger. Again, this stuff is damp, so it will take longer.
Notice all that smoke and steam and stuff rising from those logs?
Yeah,
that's because we just picked them up like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, and they are wet, so we did pretty good for wood being wet. Alright, I don't want to make this video too long and drawn out. Another thing you can do, we didn't do right now because there's not too much stuff, we are on kind of a dirt path. If you have to clear out a place, you can take rocks just like this, which you've probably seen before, and put around just to keep stuff from getting right out. Now what we're going to do, it's always a good idea to have water or dirt. As you can see, we have plenty of dirt here. We didn't bring a bucket of water because it's freezing cold. There's a creek right over there, so if we really needed it, we could. What I'm going to do, you can even take a small dugout stick like this and get stuff on it. You can even take a wet stick and bang it out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to knock it out, kind of spread it out, because when stuff is piled together, it gets burning. So you want to spread it out. Don't knock it right out of the fire. You can...
When I use that rock as a tool, for everyone who's never been camping before, hasn't been in the outdoors a lot, everything out here becomes a tool.
Another good thing about the mound, you can rake it over once you're done to get the dirt on top.
This is the whole point of the mound for everybody. It's so you don't leave a scarred surface on the ground. Once you have it all burned out and you smother it using the mound, dirt nearby, water, what you do is you put the ashes and mix them up with this dirt here. You spread them out once they are cooled. By the way, cooled is you should be able to run your hand through
the
coals.
Hold your hand on it, and I just put wet dirt on it. I'm going to take this log off. That probably hasn't gotten too hot, but we're going to put the hot side down in the dirt. We won't leave it yet. Just kind of mixing this dirt over, getting on top of it, mixing it out. It never got real hot, so we're just going to wait here a minute. But it's pretty much until you can lay your hand on it. If it's still warm, you don't want to leave it until it's cold to the touch. Cool to the touch, that's what it's called. This log is smoking a little bit, so we're just going to rub it in the dirt. The mound is very useful when you're putting the fire out. Since it hasn't caught, we'll just push it down on that. If it has a hot side, get on that. Get it down, spray stuff over, and that's about it. If you really have to go, this probably wouldn't catch back up. Just make sure there's no tinder right around it or anything.
Guys, we're going to definitely make sure this log...
We are, because we have time, but yeah. This is pretty much what you need to do. We're still breaking around, breaking over to make sure the bottom's not hot. The top could be cold since we just put dirt on it. But, that's about it. This is Razor 6-4 and Med over here. We're going to probably be doing more videos, pretty much anything outdoors. And that's basic fire making. Thank you very much.